lesson 8, we'll be talking about layers and exporting. Now, a lot of people have asked me, hey Davio, you always export your designs and they're looking really sharp. How do you do this? So I'm going to be sharing my insight on this in this particular lesson, and I'll be letting you know what I use and what I don't. Right, let's look into this. Layers in Figma refer to the individual design elements that make up a design. Each layer can contain different types of content, including shapes, text, images, and more. Some key features of layers in Figma include organization, which is very paramount. Layers can be organized in using folders, which make it easy to group related elements together and keep your design organized. Naming. Each layer can be named to provide context for team members and stakeholders who are viewing the design. Locking. Layers can be locked to prevent accidental changes or to help focus on specific areas of a design. Hierarchy. Layers are arranged in a hierarchical order with layers on top appearing in front of layers below. Exporting. In Figma, you can easily export individual layers or groups of layers as individual images or SVGs. These make it easy to use individual design and elements in other projects or to share specific elements with stakeholders. Slice tool. The slice tool in Figma allows you to easily create slices of your design that can be exported as images or PDFs. This is useful when creating assets for web or app development. Exporting in Figma refers to the process of saving your design as a file format that can be used in other programs or shared with others. Some key features of these include file formats, which support wide range of file formats for exporting, including PNG, JPEG, SVG, and PDF. Export settings. Figma allows you to customize the settings for each export, including the size, resolution, and quality of the exported image. Exporting slices. As mentioned above, the slice tool in Figma allows you to easily create slices of your design that can be exported as individual images or PDFs. Batch exporting. Figma allows you to export multiple layers or groups of layers at once, which can save time when exporting large design projects. In summary, layers and exporting are essential components of designing in Figma. By providing a flexible way to organize, customize, and export individual design elements, designers can create high quality designs efficiently and effectively. Let's see how this works. Now, in here in the file, I'm going to change it as usual to exporting or layers and exporting. Right, and just like we said, there are so many layers here that can be in groups, folders. You can fold them or you can have them in different categories down here. We also have naming, so you can name your layers. Like for this, I can name it by double clicking and changing it to app design. All right, and I can change this one to web design, and you can change the different elements inside of them, like this one to circle and this one to maybe arc. Right, so you can do this and have something more organized in your design so that when you look at it, it looks really cool and you would love working in that space. Locking, so you can lock a layer. For instance, this is movable. If I wanted to lock this layer from someone not moving it, because I've had times that I've had to work with developers and they want to actually get certain things, which is really bad though. And they have to like keep moving things around. So one way to solve this is by locking the design. So if I come up here, I can lock the design, and by locking this, they'll not be able to move anything. So I'm trying to click on this, and you can see nothing can be selected. Even though I hover on it, you cannot select anything within this design. All right, and yeah, you can unlock it just by tapping on that part again. So to lock it, all you need to do is come close, and you see the lock icon, and you can click on it. You can make that invisible, you can make it visible. All right, and then we have exporting. So we also have hierarchy, which I would like to talk about. So in hierarchy, I'm going to use this frame as an example of this. So we have these two things. I'm going to duplicate this other stuff, and I'm going to change its color to something else. So I'll just change it for now to something like purple, or something around this. Let's see, let's keep it at this. All right, now I'm going to send this backward, and because this is, let's change it to small, and this other one to big. All right, now the big is on top of it, so that means you'll not be able to see what is beneath it. How can you do this? You can do this by selecting the big in the layer panel and just dragging it downwards, and you'll be able to see this one. Now what if someone is asking, what if I have so many elements in my layers and I just want to move one of it downwards? I don't want to move it one step or two step away. All you have to do is very simple. All right, if I had so many elements in this design and I wanted to move this particular circle downwards, all I'll do is right click and go to where is it, bring to front, which will take it upward, or send to back. And by clicking that, it has sent it to the back. So if I move this, you can see. All right, you can also send it to the top by right clicking and doing bring to front. Now it has its own codes there, which is the bracket key close to the letter P on your keyboard. So by pressing it up and down, you'll be able to bring it either up or down. And then if you had too many layers, you can see I'm duplicating them, you can move them one step at a time. All right, by holding control and one of those brackets, either up, you can move them one way, or you can just press the bracket and it will go up one way, or whichever way you want it. So guys, this is it about layers and exporting. Let's also look at exporting. Sorry, we've not looked at exporting, which is the main aspect of layers and exporting. So in exporting, we have different things that we do, and for me, I will just give you what I do. So if I'm to export anything at all, what I first do is select that file. All right, there are two ways you can export. Is either you can do like a batch export or a single export. Batch export is by actually selecting multiple items. So if I hover on these both items, I'll be able to do a batch export, and Figma is going to tell me how many files I've selected. So what I'm going to see here is I'm going to see if I come to the property channel, and that's where you can find the export. Click on the plus sign or click on the body of the export. I click any one, so click, and you're going to see these settings. Now Figma is going to tell you how many layers you're exporting. So what layers number do you see? Export to layers. So if I click export, it will export. But how do Davey White export his files? This is what I do. I click on, so I'm going to select one, and I've already clicked on export. So let's do that again. Select anyone you want to export. Select the frame. Don't select the file inside, if not it will export only that file. Select the frame that you want to export. Click on export, and then change this from 1x to 4x, and then click on export. Ensure it's in PNG. If it's on JPEG, just click the arrow drop down and you can choose PNG and then hit export. Once you click export, it exports to your computer, and then you can make your post wherever you want to. And then if you want other formats, Figma has them. So the most ones I use is PNG and PDF. I sometimes use SVG, but I've never used JPEG because it gives me low quality of my designs, no matter the resolution that I've used. All right, so this is how you can export whichever thing. So SVGs are when you want to export files like shapes, like icons, and you want them to come in an editable format. Like for instance, you want them to be editable in Illustrator, as like changing their colors. You can actually do SVG. So if this was a text, I would go to export and then I would choose SVG, and by choosing SVG I'll be able to export it and it will come as it is. So I'll be able to change the color in any tool as well as at all. And if I choose PDF, it comes as a PDF file, and such files that you can export as PDF are things like pitch decks. You can export like CVs, and yeah, so these are the two major things that I've exported as PDFs. But mind you, if you're going to export a larger file in Figma as PDF, the files will come out very large. They really do come out very large, over 100 MB. I'm sure Figma would solve this in the future, just like the way PowerPoints have done it. All right, guys, that's all for it. I would look through now if there's anything missing, and yes, there's nothing missing. I would see you guys very soon in the next lesson. Bye for now.